Hello, beautiful souls. I am Valeria Maritza at Healing Through You. I am an infinite being of light, and so are you. What a beautiful, wonderful day it is today, at least here in the East Coast. And I am receiving the messages really from all around from nature. And what nature's speaking out today is to, excuse me, connect more with nature in a way that you are aware of where it is, how it relates to you, how you relate to it, all of those things. If you were lucky enough or fortunate enough to have your own garden this year, and you were able to communicate with your plants, see them and notice them when they needed water, when they were looking down, if there was weeds coming out, picking up the fruits and enjoying that beautiful, warm, organic food that you grew, then that is a way of communicating and becoming aware of nature, right? Some of you may go to the farmers markets or choose foods that are organic. And when you receive them, and you touch them, right? This is something that I really missed during the COVID lockdowns, which was going to the store and picking my own fruits, right? Because we ended up having most of our foods delivered, and I missed that, and I got used to it. I was like, oh, it's okay, it's fine, whatever they give me is fine. But really, the part that is really the connection is when you feel called to pick a specific fruit or vegetable, right? When you're at the store and you're like looking around, you always see people like picking their foods. Why are they drawn to it? What is it about it? Is it just you being picky or looking for something? No, it's a connection. It's the connection between you and the food that you're about to put into your mouth later on, right? It is that connection of like, I am the piece of food that is coming to you. And you may not realize this, but you do this all the time, right? When you're outside, when you're like smelling things, when you're noticing a tree, a flower, a plant, an animal, all of those things, and you're really becoming aware of it, you're becoming one. And here's the key point of today: you are receiving messages from Mother Nature. And you may not see it this way, or you may not have been aware of this, but when you stop, even for a second, to notice something in nature, that's exactly what you're doing. You're being in the moment. You are staying in the present moment. You are absorbing with all of your senses whatever it is that you are paying attention to for that one moment. And when we do these things, when we are present in the moment, that is when you are connected the most with your higher self. Didn't know it was going to go that way, right? Yes. So Mother Nature is really, when you hear this all the time, go more into nature, walk, ground, all these things. What it does for us humans is it makes us stop. It makes us stop and be present in the moment, right? As you're walking around and you're thinking of what you have to do, the shopping list, the laundry, the cooking, at least that's on my list, right? And I'm thinking of all of these things to do in the future, or I'm thinking of what happened yesterday, or what I did earlier, or where did I leave something, and I'm thinking of the past. So when you have your thoughts in the past or in the future, what's happening is that you're not in the present moment. And when you are not in the present moment, you're imagining things, right? You're imagining them, right? Because a thought is just an image that you're creating in your head that is bringing you either backwards or forwards, right? And then that's how we create our future and stuff. But the moment that you are actually living is this moment right now, like right now, like this one right now. This is the moment that you are, that is true for you right now. And the longer that we're able to just stay present in that one moment, the longer that you're able to be connected to your higher self. This is why immersing yourself in nature, going out into nature and just being is so beneficial for us, because we are then connected to our higher selves, to our to the divine, and we are receiving direct messages from there into our three-dimensional body that we are holding our experience in right now. This is why it's so important. It's the same with breath work, right? If you're doing breath work, you are focusing on taking a breath in and exhaling, and in and exhaling, and you're thinking. This is conscious. Breath work is a little bit difficult, at least for me, to do, right? Because you breathe in and out through your mouth, and it's not the norm, right? It's not natural. You have It's like it's work. It feels like work. And so in order for you to continue doing the breath work, you have to continue to pay attention to what you're doing, to make that effort to think, I'm doing an inhale, I'm doing an exhale, I'm doing an inhale, and then you are keeping yourself also in the present moment. You're no longer thinking of, what you have to do later or what happened earlier. You are in the present moment, and this is why breathwork also is such a great method for you to use in order to be present, receive messages. And also, breathwork moves energy out of your body because you are literally moving energy in and out of your body with the breath. But the thing that really, really makes it valuable to you, and it makes people really come out with like huge leaps while doing breath work or grounding and staying in with nature, is that you are staying in the present moment. So nature has been talking to me all day about this, specifically about, notice things, smell things, and also be grateful for your food when you're eating it, right? A lot of people pray before eating. Um, and I have family members who do this all the time, right? Before they eat any food. However, the prayer doesn't really seem to go to the actual food. Like the prayer is more about different things, right? Bless us because we have our family together, and then asking things that we wish into the consciousness, right? All great things as well, but Mother Nature is really being present right now in asking us to take notice of our food and thank the food before we eat it for the nutrients that it's bringing to our bodies, for the flavors that is making us feel, in having this explosion, this beautiful taste in our mouths when we put it in there, right? Mother Nature really wants that communion. Did you know? I read this. I've actually read this in several places, and I can't think of anyone specific to give you a reference, but that you guys know we're all energy, right? Everything is energy. The cup is energy, the fruit is energy, we are energy, the table's energy, everything is energy. And when you go and take a bite, let's say, of an apple, the energy of the apple kind of like feels like, right? Something's gonna happen. But yeah, don't laugh at me. I know what you're thinking. But if you first give thanks to the apple, thank you, apple, for sacrificing yourself, for giving yourself to me, and nourishing my body, then it is, and it doesn't have that fear, or well, I'm using the word fear because I'm relating it to me as a human, but it doesn't have that energy of like shock that something bad is happening, right, or it's going to hurt or anything like that. I'm imagining all of these things, right? There have been studies about this where they have measured it. It's also in animals. When an animal is sacrificed to eat, in the old times, people used to say a prayer, an intention to capture the right animal that's going to feed their families, and then they do a prayer when they do kill the animal, and then a prayer before they begin um, to cut into the animal to eat it. And this whole process of giving thanks to the animal for its sacrifice, in this circle of life. And of course now we have mass productions where the animals are just in line, and they're just shot or killed one by one, and there's just nothing. They're just seen as things without feelings, without any emotions, without anything else. And those animals, when they are killed, they also have that same rejection to their own bodies, like, there's something bad happening to me, and it's like it contracts, right? And maybe I'm probably not explaining this exactly the right way. This happens to me all the time. I receive a lot of information, and then when I go to put it outside, it doesn't come out exactly. But I hope that you guys are receiving this, and perhaps you have even heard about this before or seen this before, and then you may putting two and two together and say, oh yeah, I know what she's talking about. So I'm hoping that that's happening here with you guys if you're listening to this, because I'm doing the best I can in translating the information that I'm receiving. But yeah, so give thanks to your food, right? Admire the food. I'm looking at a homegrown tomato here, a green tomato that I salvaged from the squirrels. So I picked a whole bunch of my tomatoes from outside because the squirrels kept eating them, and so they're green, and I'm just waiting for them to ripen indoors. And a couple of them are already turning these beautiful reds, these beautiful orange reds, right? And just noticing how gorgeous they are, the geometry, right? This one tomato I'm looking at, it has this six point star at the bottom, like it's in perfect ratio, right? And then on the top, it also has six of those little leaves that come out of the stem, also in perfect geometry, perfect ratios. So yeah, that's what I wanted to tell you. Mother Nature just wanted me to give this message and ask you to be more present with it, to inhale it, to thank it, to be in a state of gratitude, and to receive more of the messages, the wisdom that Mother Nature has there for you. And with that, I will let you know. Please let me know how this is landing for you. Send me a comment or write a comment. Actually, I don't know how you will write a comment, but if you figure it out, go ahead and do it. Or if you know me, just send me a message about how this podcasts are helping or not helping, or how they feel for you. And if you like them, please subscribe, and also share with more people, so that more people can get the messages that are being transmitted through me. Much love to you, and I will talk to you soon. Bye bye.